everybody, I'm Ashleen Caino from the My Best Self Project, and welcome to your daily Tarotscope forecast for Monday, the 12th of November. So I know I've been missing for a while. I've been in like a big transition, if you guys don't know already. These past few weeks, I'm going through, or have gone through, a separation from my husband after 9 years of being together. But I just moved out last week into my own place, hence a different background. Things are good. Him and I have a fantastic relationship, so all that is fine. You know, we're still friends. We're still moving forward together as a badass co-parenting couple, but we just had to go our own separate ways. So these past 2 weeks been just getting ready to move, doing all of that. It's been hectic, so I had to step back. Anyway, let's get stuck into today's reading. So the cards we have today, we have the Seven of Fire, we have Release, and we have the Page of Air. So a quick overview of the energy for today. You may be feeling a little on guard today, or a little defensive, or being called to really stand your ground, like knowing yourself and knowing that if there are circumstances going on around you, or something is being told to you, some kind of harsh truth, that it's up to you to just kind of like transmute it and release it and not really let it in, because you know your own inner truth. So I know that's very vague, but let's just break this down. So we've got here the Seven of Fire. It's been so long since I've done this, I don't know what side to hold it on. The Seven of Fire, defend your beliefs and decisions, stand your ground, choose your battles wisely. So this is the card of feeling on the defense, of feeling maybe attacked, but it's also about you really standing your ground and standing in your power, but not necessarily getting into fights. And what I like about this card is that energy of handling this in a correct way, handling it in a way that's like, you know, like Michelle Obama said, when they go low, or not Michelle Obama, or was it Obama? It was her or Clinton, whatever. But like, when they go low, we go high. Right? I think they both said it, actually. One quoted the other. But that's what this is really about. It's like choosing your battles wisely. If someone does something that annoys you, or it's making you feel defensive, this is really about holding that truth and knowing who you are and how you are feeling is right. Like, you're not in the wrong here, but you don't need to launch into a fight to prove that you are correct. It's like, is this something that you can just really step back and just look at it and be like, you know what? I know that this is right for me. Tough shit. Like, you know, just let them be annoyed, let them get on with it. But I don't need to get into this really defending myself and explaining myself and giving explanations. I'm moving forward as a badass warrior goddess, knowing where I want to go. And I don't need to justify or explain it to anyone. That's the kind of vibe with this card I am getting, of just moving forward in your confidence. Yes, you may feel on the defense, but you don't have to handle it in like a lower vibe way. You can handle it in a high vibe way, taking the higher road. And here we have Release. So it says the end of a phase or situation, spiritual transformation, a time to move on. So this is saying, with feeling these kind of vibes that are coming towards you today, some kind of negative situation that's making you feel attacked or feeling defensive, it's saying again, just release. I really feel like, yes, this can be the Death card, which can represent endings and new beginnings, but I feel like what it's really saying here is this is really important to release these energies and not let them in, as she's doing right here. She's just continuing forward, knowing herself and where she wants to go. She's taking the high road, and that's what I feel is going on here. It's saying here, you know, this spiritual transformation is going on. You're awakening and realizing that you have the capability to be able to transmute these energies, to be able to handle these situations and these tests in a way that is of higher vibration, in a way that is you not lowering yourself to these lower vibrations that may be attacking you or making you feel not good about yourself. So it's saying release, don't let this in, let it go. Maybe that person needs to be released from your life. Whatever it is, it's saying like, bye Felicia, I know where I'm going, I'm not letting your toxic energy in. Now with the Page of Air, this is about coming in with a message. It's really just cutting to the bone of it, as it says here, challenging information, delays or changes to plans, truth delivered without tact. So maybe you're feeling on the defense because maybe someone said something that maybe had an element of truth to it, or maybe is truthful, or maybe they're speaking their truth, but it's not necessarily something you wanted to hear. And it's not feeling great. But again, this is about you not letting it get in, not letting it sink in so much. Like, yes, if there's an element of truth to it, step back and maybe not be so defensive about it. Step back and actually ask yourself, okay, well, is what they're saying here correct? And rather than getting so defensive, maybe actually look at it and see what you can do within to make changes without being defensive. Like, no, I'm not like that. Like, maybe step back and be like, shit, I am like that. Maybe they're right. Okay, well, what can I do with this? How can I transform this? How can I like level up and not necessarily behave that way anymore? So of course, this is a general reading, so there's multiple messages coming out here, but I do get the sense of something was said maybe in a kind of blunt way. Maybe it did have truth to it, which is usually what this is about, or maybe it was just some kind of information that just made you feel a little bit like, and you're feeling kind of like on edge. And it's just simply saying, release, don't let it in, take the high road, try to transform this. Like it says, spiritual transformation. Try to turn this into a spiritual lesson, a test, and try to overcome it. Take this energy and like rise above instead of getting defensive and like throwing more shade or trying to hurt them. Really try to like look within and see, okay, look at the truth of what they're saying and see how you can rise to this and learn from it and become a better person. And now our angel message of the day really screams just that. Workshops and seminars. It says attending and giving speeches is part of your spiritual path and purpose. Be open to teaching and learning. So I really feel the message here is this is a spiritual lesson going on right now. Be open to the lesson. Be open to learning. Be open to not being so like defensive back and throwing the shade. Be open to actually trying to see that person's perspective, trying to see the higher lesson in why this is coming to you and how you can ultimately improve yourself, how you can grow from this. And I'm going to do something new from now on in my daily readings. We're going to look at the love energy of the day too. So we have our love card. So here we have forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. So honestly, we've got the same message here of release twice. So there's definitely this sense of like release this energy. Don't hold on to it. Look at it and see what can you do to improve yourself and to level up yourself and to rise above this and to just know yourself. Stay in your present moment rather than dwelling on the past and what was said or what happened and feeling defensive. Just moving forward with your head high, being confident, knowing that you're handling it in a high vibe way, okay? Releasing the past, not hanging about there because that's what holds you back. And as you do this, you will be able to have more love and happiness in the present moment by living in the now. As Master Ugwe says, what is it? Yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery, today is a gift. That's why it's called the present. So stay in the present moment. Yes, that's Kung Fu Panda, but it's the best quote ever. And then we have our affirmation of the day. Finally, it says, when I'm connected to my joyful presence, I attract support from the universe. So again, it's not getting into this low vibration and this defensive mode and adding to the negativity of the situation. It's transmuting it. It's releasing it. It's looking at the spiritual lesson. And it's really just being honest with yourself too. That's also what this card is about. It says logical, honest. So it's saying be honest with yourself about the information you're being told here. And again, with the workshops and seminars card, it's simply saying be open to actually looking at this other perspective and seeing what you can learn from the truth that is being delivered here. And it is about living in the present moment and not holding on to that energy anymore. So when you're connected to your joyful presence, there's the word again, being present, you will attract the support from the universe. All right, you guys, I hope you enjoyed today's Tarotscope. Sorry, I'm a mess. I just worked out. I tried out the new gym here in the apartment complex, and it's amazing. Anyway, I hope you'll enjoy this, and I look forward to bringing your Tarotscope tomorrow. Bye.